This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Tuesday, April 20. In Squiz Kids today, whale watching season begins. Dust off your passports, travel bubbles are here. A new Aussie high jump star, and Big Bird and Big Rabbit go missing. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
And it's a big, warm Aussie g'day to our Kiwi cuzzy bros with the opening yesterday of the Australian-New Zealand travel bubble that saw hundreds take flight across the Tasman Sea and tumble into the arms of loved ones. It's a big milestone as we start to imagine a life after COVID, marking the first time Aussies have been able to travel freely to another country since coronavirus-inspired travel restrictions were imposed over a year ago. As choirs greeted visitors arriving at Wellington Airport and welcome parties were thrown at Auckland Airport, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern described the development as truly exciting. And the excitement may not end in New Zealand, with the Australian government hinting that the bubble may get bigger. And all going well, we may soon be able to travel to countries like Singapore or Pacific Island destinations like Fiji or Noumea. Dust off your passport, people. Not that you'd want to be going too far from home anytime soon, what with whale watching season about to begin. The season was kicked off yesterday after a white whale was spotted off the coast of Victoria. Seasoned whale watchers are hoping that it might be Migaloo, a white whale that has been spotted swimming up and down the east coast of Australia for the past few years. Marine scientists are urging anyone living on the east coast to keep an eye out for Migaloo, as humpback whales undertake their annual migration from the cold waters of the Antarctic to the warmer waters of the Great Barrier Reef. There's a link to photos and video of Migaloo in today's episode notes.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Europe, as in the entire continent of Europe, where a football revolution is threatening to erupt. What's a revolution? It's a term given to the overthrowing of an established order of things in favour of a new system. And that is what's happening among European professional soccer clubs, or rather, football clubs, where some of the biggest name clubs in the competition are threatening to break away and form their very own Super League. Teams like Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Juventus, Barcelona and AC Milan are among the super popular clubs who have announced plans to form their own competition. But they're going to have a fight on their hands, with the football governing bodies in each of their countries threatening to ban the clubs and any of their players from representing their countries in competitions like the World Cup. Like a penalty shootout in extra time, this one is tense and could go either way. Watch this space.
Biggest, furthest, longest.
Australian high jumper Nicola McDermott was on cloud 9 yesterday after she leapt her way into the record books by becoming the first Australian woman to jump over 2 metres. With her soaring effort, Nicola has earned herself a place on the Australian Olympic team heading for Tokyo later this year. Clearing the 2-metre high mark, Nicola beat her own personal best effort by a whole 2 centimetres. And that might not sound like a lot, but when you're hurling yourself up into the sky to clear a bar, it's loads. There's a link in today's episode notes to video of Nicola's record-breaking jump. Go, you good thing.
Animal Kingdom.
Welcome to a special Missing Animals edition of Animal Kingdom today, with tales of two animals that have gone missing on two separate sides of the earth. Police and residents of the English village of Stoulton are on alert after Darius, the world's biggest bunny, went missing from his owner's backyard. Darius, who measures 4 foot long and weighs about 8 kilograms, holds the Guinness World Record for the longest rabbit ever recorded. His owners have posted a £2,000 reward for his return. Meanwhile, closer to home, police are on the lookout for Big Bird in Adelaide after a thief snuck into a travelling circus and stole the famous Sesame Street costume. The thief left a trail of yellow feathers as he made off with Big Bird, which police are hoping will help them track him down. There's a link in today's episode notes to photos and video of the big bunny, but not of Big Bird because, well, we all know what he looks like.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What sort of a whale is Migaloo the white whale? That's right, he's a humpback whale. Question number 2. In what sport did Nicola McDermott just break an Australian record? That's right, it's high jump. Question number 3. The costume of which popular Sesame Street character has been stolen from a circus in Adelaide? Yeah, it's Big Bird.
Shout-outs.
It's April 20. Today is the official UN Chinese Language Day, where the United Nations celebrates one of the most popular and important languages in the world. So, ni hao to you all today. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Ardy from Wentworthville, Jake from Listerfield, Lily from Eaglemont, Sydney from West Beach, Cuba from Fremantle, Dexter from West Wallsend, Lacey from Lake Munmora, and Erica from Redlynch. And not forgetting, of course, all of those kids who celebrated a birthday over the Easter holidays, whose names we are working through all this week with the help of the birthday reggae tune. Hit it! And it's a happy belated birthday to Chelsea from Kempsey, Amanda and Braxton from Jindalee, Alex from Lilydale, Evelyn from Newcastle, April from Concord West, Liam and Bella from Roseville, Kelly from Dural, Maxwell from Thornside, Oliver from Albert Park, Lucy and James from Haberfield, Marshall from West Wallsend, Imogen from Annandale, Avian from Doncaster East, Ryder from Forest Lake, Olivia from Pimble, Rafa from Malabar, Abigail from Victoria, Cooper from Mansfield, and Jessica from North Ryde. And welcome back to school to the following classrooms: Mrs. Levar's 3L class at West Wallsend Public School, and also to the awesome kids in classes 3-6C, 3-6M, and 5-6G at Goulburn South Public School. And some special shout-outs to 1M class with Mrs. Moran at Glen Huntley Primary, and 6B with Mrs. Brady from St. Joseph's Kempsey, both of whom celebrated their birthdays earlier this month. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out. Squiz Kids is proudly supported by the Judith Neilson Institute for Journalism and Ideas.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.